Dawson's Rambles.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here. I wanted to do a quick little discussion video today on a topic that's been discussed in the fandom a lot over the last few months, ever since there was that rumor that popped up in an Illuminati article about Toei splitting up from Power Rangers and us not following the Sentai footage anymore, again, leading to lots of rumors and crazy speculation and meltdowns. And then with Dino Fury on the horizon, and the recent announcement of the cast, and the little teaser trailer, it's gotten a little bit more discussion of like, oh, this is the last season ever. And I want to make this video to say that I'm 99.999% sure that it doesn't mean it's the last season ever, and just talk about what this means. And I want to say, first of all, at the beginning, which is what I said at the beginning of the rumor video, when this originally broke, is that this is just currently a rumor. We don't know if it's true, we don't know if it's all true, we don't know if some of it's true, we don't know if half of it's true. It's all just a rumor. So I think we all need to calm down. Every franchise has rumors. You know, it's supposed to be fun, I think, to discuss them and the potential of them, but everyone's running around pressing the panic button and shrieking that it's fake news into the wind, like that's somehow gonna help. Again, it's just a rumor at this point. We don't know how much of it's true, if any. But I wanted to make this video to entertain the idea of if some of it's true, and why, if that happens, it's nothing to worry about for this case, specifically for Dino Fury. So, if this rumor's true, and Dino Fury is the last season in this line, I don't think that would mean it's the last season ever. It could mean multiple things. It could literally just mean the last season in this iteration of the brand, from what Saban started through the end of Saban brands to now. So that could mean multiple things. We could pick up the very next year with a live action show. Maybe they're just renegotiating and wanting to do things differently. Maybe we'll get a Q-Ranger adaptation or a Jojo adaptation, but they're just gonna do it differently, and this would be the end of an iteration, and they're going to try to do things differently. That's possible, you never know. There's also the animated rumor, which brings up lots of different discussions about like, oh, they can't do this, they can't do that. None of us know what they can and can't do. Only they know what they can make possible. So I don't think it's impossible. But for all we know, they could continue in animated form. They could continue in both. They could also make their own live action suits. No Sentai footage or anything. Make our own suits and Zords and all that. And that could happen right afterwards. There could be a little bit of a break. But I'm very confident that no matter what this means, the Dino Fury will not be the last Power Rangers series. I think it will just possibly, only possibly, be the last one in this direct iteration. And we know that they're focusing on the movie. Like, let's talk about, pause for a second. Here's what we do know. This is what we do know that's a fact. We have the rest of Beast Morphers this year. I know a lot of us saw it international, but we have the rest of the year Beast Morphers. There's a Ryusoulger adaptation for sure for Dino Fury for next year, at least 1 year for sure. And they're working on a movie, and they're committed to the movie. That's what we know for sure, not to mention that based off of the other day's Hasbro PulseCon, it seems like they're very committed to having the Lightning Collection and other Power Rangers lines around for a long time. And that's what we know concrete for sure. And I feel like just watching the other day's Hasbro Pulse panel gave me faith that they're going to keep the brand alive. I feel like there's this general vibe that if Dino Fury is the last season in this iteration, that they're going to close up Power Rangers, you know, permanent hiatus or indefinite hiatus or whatever. And that's not the case. Even if it is the end of the current iteration, the brand will live on. You know, lots of Hasbro's other brands might not have something on TV at the moment, but the merchandise will continue to thrive. What I think is possible is that Dino Fury could be the last one in this current line, and then there'll be a little bit of a break, maybe it could be a year, could be 2 years, while they focus on the movie. However, the brand will be kept alive, there'll be merchandise still, Lightning Collection, potential Retro Collection, maybe they'll take the Beast Morphers like mainline stuff and make a line made up of other past seasons and stuff like that. We just got that Triple Dino Team-Up Pack, maybe that tests the waters a little bit for the basic line being made up of previous seasons and stuff like that. But I'm very confident that if there is any sort of lull between TV seasons, that the brand will very much be alive. And I think that what's potentially likely is if they take a pause, that they'll take a pause while they focus on the movie, and then somewhere around the movie, meaning before, during, or after its release, that's when we could see the new series. But I think no matter what, this does not mean the end of the Power Rangers. They literally just bought the brand, guys, and I don't think that they would spend that much money just to shelve it after all they've basically done outside of the Lightning Collection is just autopilot Saban's commitments. And I think what's going on right now makes a lot of sense in terms of when they bought it, they had this leftover 3 years from what Saban was doing, which was the 2 seasons of Beast Morphers and the 1 of Dino Fury. We don't know if they're going to renew the contract with Nick, but given the fact that the show has stayed so similar to Saban brands, makes a lot of sense. I mean, Beast Morphers was an improvement in some ways, but it was also basically Saban brand season. I imagine Dino Fury might be fairly similar. So it makes sense that they had this infrastructure in place, that they would just keep it going. It's only smart. They have it all in place, honor your commitments, keep it going, keeps the franchise rolling, while in the background they work on what they're going to do. And we don't know what form that's going to take right now. But I think the point of this video I wanted to make is there's lots of different theorizings I could do for what could happen and what I would want to happen. But I don't think we need to worry about the brand being canceled after this. I think the brand's going to be very much alive. It just might change form. And personally, just to give my thoughts here at the end, my personal thoughts and wants, I think we need a change. I know people are freaking out about them changing what they're doing now, but we're in such a purgatory. I feel like people are like, oh god, the show sucks right now, it's been crap for 10 years, and then we're like, okay, well, we're gonna try something different, and everyone's like, no, you're fake news, sad, you can't cancel it. And it's like, do you want it to stay the same, or do you want to change? And I think we need a change, and I think if any part of this news is true, then that's good news, because they're looking at the brand and saying, what we're doing right now is only working a little bit, and we need to change to let the brand grow in the future. And for me personally, I know I'm the odd man out on this, but I want to see them split from Toei, because I want us to be unshackled from Sentai creatively. I think it's time. Plethora of different reasons. Maybe I'll make a different video where I discuss why that's personally what I want. But primarily, I'm sick of the conversation of Power Rangers can't do XYZ because the footage didn't. That's a ridiculous conversation to have. No other show has it. Can you imagine if like Parks and Rec was like, well, I want to have this scene at JJ's Diner, but we can't film it because someone else didn't already do it. No, they just filmed the scene at JJ's Diner. There's no discussion of they can't do it because someone else didn't do it before. So I'm tired of that conversation. But I just wanted to make this video to say, we don't know what's true. Let's not jump to conclusions. But I think that the brand will very much be alive no matter what form it takes in the future, and I think there's good reason to be optimistic about it, that Hasbro's trying to think of a way to make their own stamp on it and let the franchise grow. So anyways guys, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell. I'm going to use it from my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.